So hi everyone. So in the previous video, I explained about the method one. Okay. So method one, that's creating our own threads by taking the help of one class with name or thread. Okay. So by taking the help of one class with name or thread, we can create what our own threads or a new thread. So that is what your method one. Now now in this video, we'll see the method two. That is by implementing runnable interface. Now we're going to we can create what threads directly by taking the help of a runnable interface. Actually, your interface runnable is implemented by one built-in class with name or thread. Okay. Now, just by taking the help of a runnable interface, we can create what our own threads. This one is what your method two. So, if you take the help from class thread, that one is called as what method one. So, here the class, here what interface. Okay. Yeah. Now we'll see the program mode directly. Okay. Yeah. Now I'll just explain what are the difference between the previous program and this one. So here also are taken out on class with them at my enable. So you can take what any name. So this is just a user defined name. And here I'm using the keyword what implements. Why implements? Because runnable is an interface. Okay. In the previous program, I use what extends. Why? Because thread is a class. If it is a class, extends. If it is a interface, implements. Okay. And this run is what same as what a previous program. Okay. This end of what your class runnable. And again, this class again I have taken out a more class with name of thread demo, within which there is a public static void admin. Okay. And here I'm just creating an object of type what my runnable. Okay. So now if I want to create an object, if I want to create a new thread, I have to take the help of what one function with name of start. Okay. So I have to take the help of one function with name of start, then only new thread will be what created. But this start is present within what thread. Now I'm just directly I'm implementing with what runnable. Actually, so your class my runnable and this particular thread, there is no relation. So if I want to call this one, I have to call only through what object of thread. So what I will do, I'll just create an object of type what thread. Okay. Through object I can call what, through object of thread I can call what start function. Okay. Start function is having the code to create new thread. At the end we are calling what run method. Okay. So new thread will be what created. But the problem is, if you observe what thread and my runnable, there is no relation. So if you runnable and a thread, there is no relation. So for that reason, what I will do is, so I will just establish what link between these two. So to establish that link, I'll just pass this object of what my runnable to this particular class with name what thread. Okay, I'll just pass this one as a parameter to a thread and link got what established. Now, once if I call obj.start, new thread will be what created. Okay, new thread will be what created. At the end, it will go to call what run method. If I don't establish that link, at that case, it will go to throw what an error. So why error? Because run is not implemented. Okay, unimplemented method run will get that error. Now, since there is a link, so what will happen? This will go to call method that is defined within what my runnable. This function will be what executed. Okay. Yeah. Now by default there will be what one thread. We'll call that one as what main thread or a default thread that will going to execute what your entire program. So your main thread will start executing from what admin. Okay, and it will execute what up to here. Okay. So once you call what start function, what will happen? One more thread will be what created. We'll call that one as what child thread. Now child thread will got created, and child thread will going to execute whatever written within what run. Now child thread will start executing this one, and main thread continue with executing these two lines. Now both threads are running what parallelly, are running what parallel. Okay, so child thread executing this one and main thread is executing what this one. Okay. Now, so that is the reason you'll get what different output if run what each time. Okay. And output totally depends on what your thread scheduler. So that thread scheduler will be there within your JVM. Okay. And so whichever the thread got time to execute, and that message will be what printed. If a child thread got the time for execution from the thread scheduler, you'll get the message child thread is executing. Suppose a second time, if a main thread got the time for execution, you'll get the message main thread is executing. So that you can't predict. Okay, so that is the reason you'll get what different output if run each time. Okay, so so you have to go with what multi-threading only when output is what important, not order of what execution. So just like on previous program, you'll get what a different output. So better you copy what last two. So you can observe what each time I got what different output. Why? Because both the threads are running what parallelly, and output totally depends on whatever thread scheduler. So better you copy what last two output. Okay. So this is with respect to what second method. Second method of creating our own threads. What is that second method? By taking the help of what runnable interface. Okay. So just write this side heading by implementing runnable interface. You just write on this diagram, and in the right hand side, if you want, you can write on this one. Okay. Next, you copy this particular program. So just see the difference in the previous program and this one. Just we are establishing what some link. That's the only difference. And here we are using the keyword what implements. Why? Because this one is an interface. So just copy this particular program as it is. Okay. Then you can copy what any two outputs. Better you copy what last. Okay. This is with respect to what second method. Okay. Thank you.